Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy 2 or possibly 4 on the Mysterious JG. And I know that you came back from the last video because I forced you to by putting the lives of the dwarves on the line. She got exit magic? Can we just like get out of here? Well, we will navigate back to the room with the locked door manual styles. But what I'm going to do when I get there is throw on no encounters and rush back to the beginning of the cave and see if anything happens if you just leave normally rather than going through the door. I'm thinking nothing will happen, actually. Matter of fact, I'm so sure nothing is going to happen that I'm not sure it's even worth trying. Yeah, but we'll do it real quick. It won't take long. Throw down a quick save here, although I doubt I will bother to load it. I think we're just going to... zoom our way back. Is this like a rare encounter that we missed where, Is it one of these deals where there's enemies in this room you don't encounter in other places? Because we fought Medusas, but we still haven't fought these puppet guys. This game started a terrible thing in certain later Final Fantasy games about having really low encounter rate enemies. I mean, obviously, Warmech from Final Fantasy 1 is the original, but like low encounter rate enemies, and if you fight them, there's a 1 in 255 chance they'll drop a specific item that gets you the best armor in the game, that kind of bullshit. It's not the... Okay, here we go. It's just got dumb. It's like, oh, if we hit the point of no return? No, you hit the point of pay attention to the map. Actually, this dungeon is complicated enough. It's not out of the question that I missed some nooks and crannies. Because this over here is also has the fancy red lights on the top that means different area. As opposed to little treasure room. The door, some of the doors have these little glowy red things, and some of them don't. And the ones that have glowy red things are taking you to a different zone. And not just a treasure room in the place you already are. Alright. What do you know? Nothing happened. I guess we can load the quick save instead of going all the way back up. The door is locked. Let's use the bomb ring. Door has been unlocked. Killing dwarves is fun! You cowards. You? How did you get in here? Killed him! That didn't seem that cowardly, actually. Goblin captains. Oh, you guys are not really... I should have used kick there. I could have wiped them in one turn. So what I should have done is stolen some MPs with Rydia, but... Suboptimal, folks. Yo, the Rydia's still leveled up. Ugh, destroy the controls! Stop them! What are you... Nothing can stop the cannons now! Oh, I probably shouldn't have let them do that. Damn it! I mean, damn it. Yang! What are you doing? Leave this to me. Go, get out of here! No! You can't do anything. You're not like an engineering guy. It's going to explode. Go now! Yang! Cecil, everyone, thank you for the memories. I enjoyed traveling with you, O monarch of the seas. Open the door. Ding! Please don't do this. Cecil should be the hero. What? I mean, there must be another way. We could just let the dwarves die, for example. Tell my wife I will always be with her as a friend. Thank her for being my beard. Sorry. Sorry. Yang. Farewell. Oh, I can't believe I'm sacrificing myself. Yang. We will remember you to the King of Fabulousness, and he will know that as fabulous as he is, there was a Duke of Fabulous who will always be more fabulous than he. The door is broken, so you will not be able to go, I don't know, play with the corpse, maybe loot it, see if you can pick up $1 and some, you know, low-level tonic. Like Red Dead Redemption style looting, like, oh, there's a dead body of your comrade. Maybe he's got like something that can rebuild your cores. Thank you, Chimera, for undercutting this really emotionally impactful moment. Why am I even fighting my way back? Like, at this point... I guess I'm fighting my way back because it does look like the exit spell is not working. Unless that was a black magic spell, which I think it is, actually. Warp is not working. Looking for exit. I'm not sure that exit is a spell in this game. Is some plot going to happen on my way down that I am not allowed to miss? No, just regular old dungeon music's playing now. You just got bit by a lizard. And Cecil has leveled up. Alright, well I guess we're just having a good old-fashioned slow climb down after beating the boss. I mean, if I was a more considerate Let's Player, I could speed things up by putting no encounters on now, but... it's not how the game worked when I was a kid. Does the room with nothing in it have something in it now? Nope. There's also still encounters I'm hoping that we'll get. Yeah, these guys just are not worth the trouble. Because you have to be kitted out. There's probably like a different layout of equipment I could be wearing that would be better for these. He's now got full magic, so it's not even worth... These guys are good for her getting magic out of them, and now we don't need that. Not to mention, we don't need to use magic to beat them. They're too wimpy. Oh well, whatever. I'm min-max. I'm worrying too much about min-maxing these fights. This does not matter. Let's just get out of here. You can tell the dwarves at least that we've saved them, but I dimly know where the plot's going from here, but I don't know where the plot's going from here. Like, what... Why was there an evil tower that was attacking the dwarves? I've kind of forgotten. I know that Galbez's forces are after the black crystals, but... how was coming here... They are located underground somewhere. I don't know how messing around with the dwarves was helping him. Oh, here we go. This was the encounter that we needed anyway? So I guess it's just as well that it didn't shut off encounters, because it was just a, looks like a fairly low probability encounter we just hadn't come across. Or maybe this is just a reasonably high probability encounter and this was the only screen where you can get it. But Rosa has learned that float hopes. Or rather, hope floats. I guess float could hope too. Can you get to your frickin' turn, Rydia? I wanted you to use black magic for some reason. And instead, we've just taken 800 hits. It was not at all necessary to wait for her to get a turn and use magic. Watch these guys survive this, because the damage is too low when it's split. Never mind. Oh, we got a bomb fragment. Who knows which of those enemies was carrying it. Why are those nuts carrying around the bomb fragments? They were probably down here defusing bombs the dwarves had set in an effort to destroy this evil place. Oh, well, there you go. That's why we can't exit, because there's plot. You never cease to amuse me. Unlike the girl from Something Bad Happened to a Clown. It's a great song. You should look it up. Something Bad Happened to a Clown. Garbage! When the cat is away, the mice will play. But the game ends now. Oh, shit. I guess it's a good thing we fought those last enemies here, because maybe this place... I thought you could get back here. I'm going to have to double check and make sure we got everything, because I thought we were going to be able to get back there based on something else. It might be that there's another dungeon with the same name. Whoa, doesn't get closer than that. A Cid. El Cid. Now I am Spanish. I can't do a Spanish accent. Where's Yang? Hey. He was a hero till the very end, when I allowed him to sacrifice myself, even though I'm a paladin. So we've lost another good man. Sob, sob. And who's she? Sexy little something, isn't she? Oh, wait. This is Rydia. She's a summoner from Mist. Oh, you mean that city you blew up? Damn, they're still on me. Quick, do an Immelman. Can you do an Immelman underwater or underground, under lava? Can we lose them? Perhaps by jumping off of Nakatami Plaza Tower. Is that even? I think I'm getting that name wrong. I don't know. The Red Wings fleet seems to have been upgraded. Oh, you mean they have better pilots than they had back when they were not evil monsters? They're catching up! Come on, baby, you can do it. Don't call me baby! Oh, wait, you're talking your shit. Sorry. My bad. They probably would catch us if they didn't keep swinging back and forth like that. The engine's not gonna last. Cecil, take over. Maybe you can let Yang die to save us again somehow. Sid, don't talk like that to Cecil. He already feels pretty bad. Where are you going? Once the Enterprise flies out of here to the surface, I'm gonna seal the entrance with this bomb. Oh, he's also been collecting bomb fragments and using them to make a bomb. What? Oh yeah, head back to Baron afterwards and get in touch with my men. Tell them that 2 characters sacrifice themselves nobly in one video, and the Paladin is still walking around, not sacrificing himself at all. Cecil, take good care of Rosa. Treat her well. Or, you know, it's never too late to start, is what I'm saying. Stop! There has to be another way. Maybe I could sacrifice myself, since I'm the hero and a paladin. Sid, please don't. I don't know who you are, but I don't want you to sacrifice yourself, I guess. I guess I'm generally a good person, even though I go around using whips and dark magic. Hey, that's Uncle Sid to you, because we formed a bond instantly. Also, I'm your mother's brother, which makes it really weird that you guys blew up, that my friends blew up your village. Remember, head for Baron immediately! This would have more impact if we hadn't literally just seen a character sacrifice themselves. Now this is what I call going out with a bang! Ha ha ha! This game's dark, man. Sid was not a particularly good character when we had him, and we didn't have him for long. And then they make him sacrifice himself 5 minutes after a character we've had for longer, who was more effective, sacrifice themselves. He really got done dirty. I mean, I know sometimes when you're playing these games, in the story, characters who were not great for combat, like, might have had a role. Like, you know, adventure games need to get better at having, I don't know, if it's about a bunch of big, hardy melee adventurers, you could have female characters who in the story are the ones who figure out what's going on, or have engineering or scientific knowledge that helps out. And in story terms, Sid was the guy who got the airships working, and has kind of done as much as Cecil, at least, to save the world. But in gameplay terms, he was a shitty second-rate melee character. And he sacrifices himself to save you right after somebody else already did that. So he really didn't get much of a chance to have the emotional out that he should have had. Even as a kid, I remember thinking, oh, Sid's dying now? Oh, okay. Sid. Why? Oh, you know what? I should have felt really close to him. Because I'm Jing Sai voice and he's Zhang Fei voice. Father! I will avenge you, father. Wu must pay. Everyone chooses death too hastily. Kane's not wrong. Our party seems to have, like, self-sacrifice fever recently. What a bunch of suckers. Let's head for Baron. It was his last wish. Other than me, you know, treating Rosa well. Which, as a paladin, I guess I gotta do that kind of thing now. And now the people in this village have no reaction. They had no reaction to us suddenly blowing up the mountain. They'll have no reaction to it suddenly being sealed up. People here have the same lineage. According to a famous saying, something or other. Behind this door is a sacred well. Sure looks deep, and you can no longer react or interface with it. I'm strong. I have power. I need things to make me go. You wanna know where our ancestors came from? I don't know. Why the hell would I know? Leave me alone. Suppose we could have stayed at the inn or something, but no, not a whole hell of else going on over there, I guess. That is not Baron. Baron is up this way. My bad. We should visit with the King of Fabulous and let him know what's going on too. I mean, in my headcanon is that we should probably report the death of. I don't know that the story. You know, this game is good enough that there will be dialogue when you tell his wife, but it's not. It's just going to be like one little thing of dialogue. Same might go for the King of Fabul, but I don't think there's going to be plot implications. Oh. That's right. He's going to be recovering from his injuries. For a while, I guess. But wherever he's recovering from his injuries, it's not over there. I really don't seem to understand the layout of this place. Here we go. This is the King's Tower, and the other one is Yang's Tower. The king was once a famous monk. There's no need to worry. Galbaz must be stopped! If he acquires all the crystals, the world will be thrust into an unprecedented crisis. I'm counting on you, since of course, Yang is dead, dead! He sensed it. We never got a chance to tell him. Alright, I still think there's a better than even chance. I'm not going to bet money. There's a better than even chance she reacts, right? There we go. What? Stop talking rubbish. My husband isn't dead. He can't be. Okay. Oh, sorry. Your husband's pushing up daisies, or should I say pansies? I shouldn't. I'm a bad person. And I'm sorry. No, I had fun with the idea that this is the fabulous castle. People can be fabulous. Men can be fabulous without necessarily being into the same sex. And there's nothing wrong with them being into the same sex. I just have probably troubling fun with fabulousness. I both miss the Charles Nelson Riley, and I can't remember his name, the guy from Bewitched. I both miss when it was okay to have that type of humor, and also kind of understand why it's gone. It comes from an era where, like, it was okay to... Like, you had to just dance around not actually saying what was going on with characters like that, which is unfortunate, but Uncle Arthur was still a lot of fun. Oh, we have to tell his men what's going on. Alright, well, let's rest first. I don't think... It does not look like by the end of... I think about these videos in threes, because that's how I'm uploading them. For anyone watching this after the fact, that doesn't matter at all. I don't know how many people are watching this after the fact, or at all. But no, I don't think during this week's uploads we're going to be getting to this final character that will join our party. He's actually not the final character who joins our party. I shouldn't say that. There's going to be more cycling in and out. I'm thinking about the final character, like the character that we have not seen yet that will be part of the end game party. There's one left. And like I said, there's this weird mechanic where characters are leveling up when they're not in your party, but this character is not gaining any experience because he's never been in the party. But no, we have to advance the story, we have to tell Sid's engineers what's going on. That's what we were told. So let's do that. This game has thrown a lot of death at us. You know, just in case you don't know the story, I was about to kind of think out loud about some stuff. This game has a sequel. It came many years later. It was, in a sense, a cash-in, because it is a Squaresoft product, but it was like this weird... It's called Final Fantasy IV: The After Years. I've never played it. It was this weird thing where it was released one chapter at a time for people on, like, Nintendo's... Not streaming service, exactly, but, like, yeah, it's kind of a weird experimental way for a game to be released. And it is something that now the full game exists on Steam, and I might want to play someday. Actually, I'll pause my commentary to say... Might as well be thinking about this. I've realized playing this game that I've missed these old school RPGs. I've had fun with... I think my magnum opus on my channel is still that Final Fantasy X playthrough. Because it's a game where I actually found out quite a bit about it and showcased pretty much everything you could possibly showcase. And had a lot of fun with a... It's one of those games that had a mix of voice acting and scenes that weren't voice acted, so I got to have fun with goofy voice acting, but also do the Mystery Science Theater thing of joking around about what the characters are saying rather than writing my own dialogue, blah, blah, blah. But no, I've missed these games. I'm not in a big rush to go back to having a game going which was a difficult action game, even though I have some more of those I want to play. I know there were people who wanted to see me play Dynasty Warriors 10. I'm not getting a PS5 just to play that. No, I've missed these games. So one of the big questions in my mind that's next, 3 games that I'm thinking about, although for one of them I'd have to go dig out and see if I even have the discs. Lost Odyssey, which would be more of a voice-acted... I don't remember which console generation is which, but it's an Xbox 360 game. Thought about playing that over the years, but more likely next I would either want to, on this same collection, play Final Fantasy 3 or possibly 6. That'll be the gag there. It's 3 in my mind, but it's 6 in the actual numbering. Thinking about playing that, I could play Final Fantasy V, which there's only one game that I think of as Final Fantasy V. Or I could get on Steam and get Final Fantasy IV: The After Years. We could play the direct sequel to this game. So this is a good time to ask early. If you have thoughts on that, if you're enjoying this series and you think you would watch the next series I did in this vein, I would be curious. It's not going to determine things. This is not a poll where I promise to do what I'm told, but I'm curious if people would rather see Final Fantasy IV: The After Years or a different Final Fantasy game. Because if you don't know anything about Final Fantasy IV: The After Years, it's not as well loved as the original Final Fantasy IV. But it would be interesting, because I've never played it. But why did I bring up Final Fantasy IV: The After Years? I was going down the road of who the... Because it's set after this game. And there's a lot of characters in it. There's a lot of characters in it. And I've kind of lost why I brought all that up. Never mind. I think it's good that because I had intended to ask, hey, what do you guys want to see next before we are like 5 videos from the end. And I'm already recording whatever I'm playing next the first time I get around to asking you guys what you want to see next. Hello, Cecil. Lavos ordered us to attach this hook to the Enterprise. It won't take long. Oh, is he dead? Okay, thanks for telling us. The music here, it's a different remix of that theme. I take it Rosa's supposed to be really hot. Like, I got the same impression from the old school pixel art. Like, Sayle's from Final Fantasy 3/6. Like, I think she was supposed to be really hot, but it was kind of hard to tell. But I'm only now noticing, like, I don't think I ever quite figured this out in my head as a kid. Rosa's model and Sayle's model are really similar, aren't they? I know it's the long blonde hair, but, like, the green kind of leotard with a white cape, isn't that what Sayle's whole look is, too? Somebody had a type. And not me. At least, well, not that I didn't have a type. I didn't have that type. Because apparently I'm just now noticing she looks exactly like I remembered Sayle's looking. Because I played Final Fantasy 3/6 a lot more recently than I played this. It's done. You can hoist and carry the hovercraft. Oh, is that what we're doing? Thank you for telling me. I didn't know that's what we were doing. Just fly the Enterprise right over the hovercraft and press confirm to pick it up and drop it down. Gotta drop it like it's hot. You can go pretty much anywhere now, even the Cave of Eblan that leads to the Tower of Babel. Simply lower the hovercraft over the shallows to board it. There's something I must tell you both. It's about Sid. He's impossible, yes we know. With all that crazy energy, I can't imagine he'll ever check out. I doubt anyone could put him out of commission. It's almost like you know what I'm trying to tell you and don't want to hear it. We must return to work, but good luck to you all. Well, you know, this game... I'll say this. I'm trying to avoid spoiling anything. But I will say this. And actually, cute little girl Rydia and Edgar... It's Edgar. Edward is from the next game. Edgar. It's a good time to save over a slot with them in it, because part of what I want to say here is Final Fantasy IV: The After Years has a bunch of characters in it. I specifically remember at least one. That in the narrative, we're supposed to think is dead at this point. And I'm trying not to get into spoilers, but this game is just like killing party members. Like they're dropping like flies. It was a huge like shift in tone. Like because I played Final Fantasy 1 for the NES, and the plot has nothing really to do. There's not that much plot in Final Fantasy, to be perfectly honest. The Famicom/Nintendo game. And what plot there is, and it's been embellished and built up over time in sequels and games based around it, not just Stranger in Paradise and whatever the Final Fantasy fighting game is that has characters from different games and like you can play as Jecht and shit. Like the original Final Fantasy, its story, what story there is based around people you don't play as, because you play as 4 mute protagonists, and you even get to decide between different character classes. And then I guess the immediate sequel, Final Fantasy II, does take a big step towards having more story, and the characters you're playing as at least have some dialogue, and characters I think can die, and there's at least one character who turns against you and comes back, and all I know about that game is from like kind of listening while doing other things while listening to All Dragon play it a while ago. Hey, All, if you're listening, hello, been a while. But for me, this was the sequel, and this is, like, again, the joke is, oh, Final Fantasy IV too. No, this is actually This is actually the third game since the original Final Fantasy. So this thing, like, not only are there an F-ton of playable characters, but they all come from different places, have different backstories, and they're dying all over the place dramatically, was a pretty big shock to me from 4 mute protagonists who really don't have a story other than go collect the 4 crystals and save the world. But we've already seen, and I think in retrospect it's silly. I wasn't getting this as a kid. It is silly how often this game tries to fake you out with a character death. Rydia was the first. Kain, I don't think we were ever supposed to think he was dead. It was always, we got separated from Kain in that explosion. We were never supposed to assume he was dead. But we were supposed to think Rydia and Edgar were dead. We've already had 2 characters die and come back. And that's why I'm like, we just lost 2 characters in one video. And there's a different character who's supposed to be gone that I'm like, I distinctly remember them being in Final Fantasy IV the After Years. So I guess what I'm saying is, in retrospect, it's hard. I don't remember which of these deaths are and aren't permanent. I think some of them are permanent, but they're throwing them out there a little too fast. Final Fantasy 2/4, you're taking some big swings, and I appreciate it. But you might be going to that well a little too often, considering that you've already tried to fake us out on that shit. There's a little bit of Boy Who Cried Wolf going on with dramatically killing story characters. When we come back next time, folks, the next thing in the story is the next thing for me is to double check and make sure I don't need to go back and do any of this off screen if I miss stuff where I need for a complete bestiary. Really hoping I don't need to do that. But the next thing for you guys is going to be us getting the hovercraft and going to the Cave of Eblan, which I'm pretty sure is where we're going to get our final party member, which will open me up to that world that I have a weird nostalgic fondness for. Although it really comes more from playing these games on emulators. This is not a memory I have great fondness of from the old days of playing it on console. A little bit of that. But mostly I have memories of playing on emulators and leveling up parties while watching stuff. And that will become a thing. Because we really just got to get... I want to get Rydia leveled up to when she has the last spells she's going to learn. I can't imagine power leveling beyond that. Because I remember in the old days beating the game, like the actual game, and then finding out, oh wait, if I'd kept leveling, Rydia would have got Meteo? Oh, spoilers, Rydia can get Meteo. And she doesn't die when she casts it either. But, yeah, like any leveling I want to do to make the game easier or just get access to more fun things I want to show off, we'll wait for our next character, but I think our next character is coming pretty soon. And that is one of the few characters where I already know exactly what voice I'm going to do. So I got to think about a voice for Rubicon. I also got to call it a video because I'm going over. So I'll catch you guys next time for more Final Fantasy 2/4.